How to get your first home staging client in 30 days. If you have just launched your business and you're thinking, how do I find that very first client, then you've came to the right place. When I launched my business when I was 16 years old and I got my very first client, that was the first domino to hit over in the journey of building my business. And then I scaled it to 7 figures within 2 years. So if you're eager to get your first client in your first month of business, then I'm going to share with you exactly how. Let's dive in. So I remember my very first client, her name was actually Paula. And from there, so many other clients have got Paulas too. What does that mean? No, not everyone's first client is called Paula, but I did create the StagerBoss Awards, and the very first award you can win is the I Got My Paula Award. It is so much fun. Twice a year at StagerBoss Live, we basically celebrate everybody's milestones in their journey and the I Got My Paulas. It's so much fun as at the awards, our members will come up and accept their I Got My Paulas. We then ask them, what was your Paula called? My Paula is called John. My Paula is called Louise. So it's so much fun, and I just wanted to celebrate that first milestone because when you get that first client, it is the first domino. Not only is it the first property you can use for your portfolio, it's the first property you can use to really market on social media and just build momentum from there. Who knows, if you even do a good enough job, that first Paula could turn it into a client with multiple properties for you to stage. So the question is, how do you get your Paula as fast as possible and make this as easy as possible? Because I want you to enter into this video and into your business with the mindset of that clients are in abundance, that you're a client magnet and you have got so many clients to work with. So say that after me, I am a client magnet, clients in abundance. There's so many clients out there for me to work with. Really powerful when you enter with that mindset, things can move a lot faster. So how do you get your client? Let's dive in. So the first thing you're going to do is I want you to print off a calendar, or I want you to have this on your screen in front of you, and that is a 30-day calendar. Because if your goal is to get your Paula, your first client, in the first 30 days, then we need to look at the time that you have in order to do this. So are you going to work all 30 days and weekends? Are you only going to be working on weekdays? Let's create some non-negotiables here. So when you have that calendar, you're going to get your client within this 30-day period. Now, the first thing you're going to do is schedule the non-negotiables, right? So these are the things that cannot be changed. These might be a holiday that you're on, although you could still work on holiday. It may be things that just cannot be changed in your diary. So first of all, look at your personal life. Now I'm going to set you some business non-negotiables. These are things that you have to do in the next 30 days and you're going to commit to them. So the first thing that I would like you to commit to is networking events. Networking events are one of the most powerful ways to actually get face-to-face with your client and not just screen-to-face, right? Because sometimes it's harder to build connections. I really believe in networking. Yes, it's one-to-one selling. At one point, once you've got that first client, we can start with our one-to-many selling, but one-to-one selling when you're starting out is going to be really, really powerful. So get that 30-day planner and start to, number one, do your research, okay? So you're gonna have to go and research what networking events are out there that I could attend that my dream client will be at. Now, the first place your dream client's probably going to be, if they're a property developer, investor, is they're gonna be a property networking event, property investment networking event. So head to Google or Eventbrite or wherever your local events would be hosted and start to Google when these are and how you can attend. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mark that into your calendar right away as a non-negotiable. You are going to that event. Now when it's scheduled, it happens. So if it's put in that diary, there's nothing that's going to take you off the path from being at that event unless it's an emergency. So outline those first, and you now know when you have in-person opportunities to get that first client. Now, the second thing that you're going to do is I want you to have the fundamentals in place. Now, when I talk about the fundamentals with my clients, I'm basically referring to things that go out without hesitation. They go out because they're scheduled, meaning that if anything pops up in your life, this is always, the fundamentals will always be there. And the main one is social media marketing. So for the next 30 days, I want you to schedule 12 posts. That is 3 social media posts per week. And I'm actually going to link this video here of I showed you how to create 30 days of content in 3 hours. So go check that out. What I want you to be looking at is, right, for the next 30 days, if I write 12 pieces of content, it means no matter what happens in my life, I am going to always have a presence online. So I hear a lot in the industry, oh, it's so hard to get clients, I'm struggling with it. And my first question I always go to, are you doing the fundamentals? Are you doing the base of what you have to? Do people have the opportunity to see your brand? How are you going to be found if you're the best kept secret? No one can find you online, you don't pop up in anyone's newsfeed, no one can share your content. How do you expect to be found when there's no eyeballs on your brand? So go and schedule 12 posts for the next 30 days. It means you have a base level of existence and a base level of presence on the platforms. One of the apps that I really recommend using for this is something like Buffer or just the Facebook Business Manager itself. If you're here in our third point, then you certainly are an action taker and you're gonna love this third step. This is reaching out to potential clients. Now, this means either via email or reaching out to people via social media. Social media is probably one of my favorite ways to reach out because it's more casual and there can be more of a conversation there. So I want you to start creating a list of your ideal clients that you can find in Facebook groups, on LinkedIn. Start to engage with their content and reaching out. Now remember, we're making a 30-day commitment in this video. So what I want you to do is to commit to how many people you're going to message each week. I would recommend no less than 5 people a day. If you're working a 5-day week, that is 25 people a week. However, this must be a commitment. And one of the ways I really suggest to do this is have like a morning routine. This can take like 20 minutes a day. That is done right at the start of the day, those messages are sent, and it's a non-negotiable 20 minutes of each morning. You implement all of these 3 tasks, you stick to the schedule you've set for yourself, and it will be almost impossible for you not to find that Paula who is ready to say yes and go ahead. So where is it that we award these Paula Awards, the 10K, the 6-figure? We award these at StagerBoss Live, our live event which we host twice per year. So I want to invite you to attend our event by going to StagerBossLive.com, purchasing your ticket, and included in that ticket you have your award application. If you're a member of one of our programs, then I would love to see you at StagerBoss Live. Just head to StagerBossLive.com and I will see you there for 2 days in person. Your life will be changed.